Hello everyone, I am Govind Damodar and I am doing my project in HR. My topic is training and development and it's being done from Ready Solar and Lead Private Limited, Chennai, and my internal guide is Dr. Mamta Gaur. So now let me introduce the topic. Training is a process which imparts KSA, that is knowledge, skill and attitude to the trainees, thereby helps achieve the goals and objectives of the organization. Training and development need equal to a standard performance minus actual performance. Now these are the differences between training and development. Training focuses on technical, mechanical oriented operations. Development focuses on theoretical skills and conceptual ideas. Training is mostly for non-managers. Development is for managers and executives. Training focuses on current jobs. Development prepares for future jobs. Training focuses on short-term gains. Development focuses on long-term approval. Training is one short deal. Development is a continuous ongoing process. Training may result in enhancement of a particular job or skill. Development may result in growth of overall personality. Training may be classified into two major types: on-the-job training and off-the-job training, while no such classification is possible for development. Evaluation for training is considered to be essential. No evaluation for development is possible. Now the objectives: to examine the effectiveness of training in overall development of skills of workforce in Ready Solar and Lead Private Limited. Second one is to study the effect of training in production and wastage reduction. Third one is to study the effect of training in achievements of goal and objective of the organization. Now these are the scopes. Development of any organization depends on the employees. For organizational productivity, training and development assumes great significance. Training of a company's workforce results in increase of productivity and reduces wastage in Ready Solar and Lead Private Limited. As training enhances the competency of workforce in Ready Solar and Lead Private Limited, the study is conducted to know the level of knowledge and skills given to the employees in the organization. This study may help the management students to prepare their own report. Training facilitates achievement of organizational objectives, the main purpose of organizational existence. Now the need of the study. Training and development play a vital role in any given organization in the modern day. Considering it, my study on training and development in Ready Solar and Lead Private Limited gives me a scope to know in detail about the different techniques and methods being adopted by Ready Solar and Lead Private Limited to train their employees very effectively and efficiently. The problem statement included various factors such as knowing the training and development facilities to the employees and also to know what best effort has been put in by the firm to improvise it so that it can be utilized effectively and efficiently by the employees in the organization. Now the review of literature. According to the Michael Armstrong, training is systematic development of knowledge, skills and attitude required by an individual to perform adequately a given task or job. According to the Edwin B. Filippo, training is the act of increasing knowledge and skill of an employee for doing a particular job. The term training indicates the process involved in improving the aptitudes, skill and abilities of the employees to perform specific jobs. Training helps in updating old talents and developing new ones. Successful candidates placed on the jobs need training to perform their duties effectively. Now the research methodologies. What is research design? Research design is the conceptual structure within which research is to be conducted. It constitutes the blueprint for the collection, measurement and analysis of data. Moreover, decisions regarding what, where, how much, by what means concerning an inquiry or a research study constitute a research design. Descriptive research has been taken by me and it includes surveys and facts, finding inquiries of different kinds. The major purpose of descriptive research in description of a state of affairs as it exists at the present. The main characteristics of this method are that the researcher has no control over the variables. He can only report what has happened or what is happening. The method of research utilized in descriptive research are survey methods of all kinds, including comparative and correlation methods. Now the methods of data collection. While deciding about the method of data collection, the researcher should keep in mind two types of data, viz. Primary and secondary. Primary data are those which are collected afresh and for the first time and thus happen to be original in character. There are several methods of collecting primary data. Some of them are observation methods, interview methods, through questionnaires, through schedules, etc. Secondary data. The secondary data are, on the other hand, are those which have already been collected and passed through the statistical process. Secondary data may either be published data or unpublished data. The sample size that I have taken is just 50. Now these are the findings. Majority of the respondents are male, 20% of the respondents are female. 30% of respondents are of 26 to 30 years of age. 30% of respondents are 31 to 35 years of age. 20% of respondents are of 20 to 25 years of age. 16% of respondents are of 35 and above. 90% of respondents completely agree that training is necessary for enhancing productivity and performance. 6% of respondents partially agree. 4% of respondents are unsure, and there is no disagreement on enhancing productivity and performance. 70% of respondents responded that training is compulsory for the employees to large extent, while 20% of respondents responded certain extent, 10% of respondents responded some extent, and 0 for unsure. Now, 60% of respondents have undergone off-the-job training, 30% of respondents have undergone on-the-job training, and 5% of respondents have undergone both. 34% of respondents have undergone vestibule method, 26% of respondents have undergone simulation, 20% of respondents have undergone both lecture and other methods. 70% of respondents responded that improvement of knowledge after training is certain extent, 20% of respondents responded large extent, 10% of respondents responded some extent. 70% of respondents agree completely to the relevance of training needs to the organization. 20% of respondents agree, 10% of respondents disagree. 60% of respondents responded that training should be evaluated after 1 month, 30% of respondents after 15 days, and 10% responded immediate after training. 60% of respondents responded that training worth time, money, and effort to large extent. 20% of respondents responded certain extent. 14% of respondents responded some extent. For 64% of respondents want to attend the training program to large extent. 30% of respondents responded certain extent, and 6% of respondents responded some extent. Now these are the conclusions. Training and development helps the growth of a business. Therefore, it is utmost important to have a well-motivated and trained workforce. The company needs to have motivated and confident staff who have up-to-date skills in order to remain competitive. In addition, well-trained staffs are an asset to the business and help to retain customers. Thank you.